telephone switch to arm light on.
Switching command to internal. Fuel tank pressure. 9, 8, ignition. Maintain. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Fuel tank pressure.
Well, welcome back for our final week of action here in CSC Season 8. It's gone the distance. It's gone the speed. I'm Nick Teixeira, joined by Jen Mounts at our time of need. Jen, how are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. You guys continue to bring me back for Mr. Adorable matches. So, I mean, the timing is impeccable.
It certainly is. Brett Hollinday takes on Mike Sigall tonight. This is the second match of the season. We saw last week both Mike struggle in Division 1 and Division 2. Well, last Monday, this match we saw was Mike Maloney going on a rampage. Will Mike Sigall follow in his footsteps, or will Brett Hollinday complete the double dip? Jen, are you excited to be watching your first CSC final live here with us?
I am very excited, especially since it's the final. We saw a pretty impressive steamroll from Brett Hollinday with a 9-2 victory over Mike. So he's got to be coming into this feeling really strong. He outperformed his season average, with Mike underperforming quite a bit. So I think he even has the edge a little bit on overall games played for his performance. So I think he should be feeling pretty good. It's going to be a tough match for Mike.
See, now I did give Mike a little bit of a pep talk / stern talking to after last Wednesday. And I basically said, "What was that, Mike? You got better in you." And he's like, "You know what? You're absolutely right." And I needed the reminder. And then I said, "If you ever play like that on my show again," no, I'm just kidding. I didn't do any of that. But I did talk with him, and he did realize that he knows that he can do this, and he needs to pick up his mentality more than his darts. The stroke didn't leave him. His brain might have left him in that moment. And he's I think I lost connection there for a second. But he's coming into this with a fresh perspective, and I am looking forward to seeing it. But Jen, why don't you tell us about our first competitor tonight? Tell us the tale of the tape.
Gladly. We have the wrong nickname here on the screen. It should be Mr. Adorable himself, Brett Hollinday, with a vendor of Midwest Coin. He's located at Legends Bar, which is why he is known as the Legend. 18 plus years. We've got nearly 2 decades of experience here, folks. Like I said, a high season stat average of 4.74 MPR. So we are throwing some darts from a drawer. I always forget that stat there. One of those lifer, just a classic straight barrel thrower, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, and Brett's a tough character, a tough cookie to crack. He is adorable. I mean, just look at him right there. He's looking right into our hearts, if anything. I'm really curious to see how he does end up faring tonight. If he continues that performance from last week, he's going to be an absolute threat. But Mike Sigall, he's the one that said, "I'm going to be a threat this week." Let's go ahead and take a look over at Mike here. His nickname is Philly, not the cheesesteak, the man. H. Lazar is his vendor for Scoots Bar. Been playing for 9+ years and 4.62 MPR, 60.8% win rate. Throwing the super darts of Mike Sigall, 19-gram darts. And again, frankly not as adorable, but he is a very good dart competitor and a very nice gentleman to have on our stream here. Team USA representative this year for Bullshooter Chicago. A little fun fact there. So I'm looking forward to seeing these guys take place on the board, as this is going to be a great night of our final match of Season 8, Jen.
I'm very, very excited. Let's get into the action here shortly.
And these guys are now just getting up to the board. What you're going to see, folks, is going to be that 3-dart count up. That is how we start off tonight's match. The highest score between the 3 darts thrown between these two gentlemen gets to start. After that, it's going to be loser start every leg, unless that PBD advantage rule comes into play. If a player is down by 3 or more legs, that losing player then gets to go first continually until the deficit is reduced to 2 or less legs. So just keep an eye on that, folks. Don't worry, we got Haley on the control, so that scoreboard will be up to date and accurate. It won't be no Will Stewart run scoreboard. That's the truth right there.
Love to see it. I love the glasses on the head there for Brett's strategy. They need to be near and dear. He's probably forgotten where he put them, but that would drive me nuts. I think I'm a pretty persnickety player.
I'm
Here we
sorry, is that
go
a
with our
word?
three dart. Yeah, persnickety, like a peculiar,
No, I'm nicotine.
like like finicky. You're nickety.
I'm nicotine.
We got an
Oh,
81 there for
well,
Brett.
yeah, and now you get to see Mike Sigall tonight. He's playing out of Scoots Bargain. He had to switch over to drinks due to some internet outage errors that happened, or big power outage errors, I should say, that happened across his area. So I think having his actual home bar he played the whole season in might be a big difference maker. Do you think that helps out, Jen? Just getting displaced for the first week of the finals versus playing this week in the finals, and this bar he played the rest of the season out of?
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. I think it's more about that moral support that you've got with you. I don't mind new environments. If anything, kind of being distracted by something in a way can help you crush some nerves, overcome a little bit of pregame jitters. Everyone's so different, and mind over matter here for Mike. So we'll see how it fares for him.
Yeah, and he knows what Brett can do because he just saw the full swing of it last week. Brett staying in that 5-0 plus gear that really helped him win his first CSC Division 2 title. Brett is only 9 legs away from being our first two-time Division 2 title holder. That's a title that no one's held prior CSC or not. So this is an uncontested title and something that I think would mean a lot to him here. But of course, Seagal, I mean, who doesn't want their first title?
Absolutely. It's amazing how much the competition has increased over time. I'm looking at even just the prize pool. We're fighting for a first place prize of $2,500, runner up taking home 1,500. That's a lot more than specific event breakdowns that we're used to, even in the soft tip world. So the standard of play is increasing, the prize pool is increasing, and even just the split of Division 1 and 2 has just been spectacular. I'm sure you guys are desensitized to it now, but when I pop in, oh, there's a boom goes the dynamite for Mr. Brett Hollinday. He's going to cut me off mid sentence.
Both of them are. That was back to back. Mike started it. Brett followed up with it. Two boom
Oh
goes to
my
dynamite.
goodness.
That's a double boom moment. Can I get two booms from
Double
the
boom.
chat here?
All right, I got to start my boom counter. I was horrible last time, but we've got one each now. Oh, Brett, here we go. Oh, just
Ooh.
under that 15 to be crushing through this first leg.
So initial vibes based off what we saw in the diddle in this first leg so far is that Brett is still not messing around. And Mike, other than that 9 mark, started off ice cold. And this is going to be scary if this is what Brett's going to do for a second. Seagal might be getting PTSD already.
Mike looks honestly very calm, cool, collected, but he's just veering a little bit high and low, left and right. Oh, Brett wanted that double bull to win. He's just looking a little more intense and more focused, whereas Mike has a little bit more even keel kind of attitude. I think he needs to really tap into this ferocious beast that we know is inside of him. There you go.
Yeah, he's going to try to put a little bit of a fight back, but he expects Brett to go ahead and finish up this first leg in his favor. Which, you know what? If you're going to be starting off like this, you're going to be feeling just fine. Brett Holliday maybe will finish the leg right here. Hold on. Readjusting. He does move up on the last start. With 4 numbers up, he didn't have to, but I just don't think he saw a good lineup to double bowl with where that flight position was. It gets real awkward real
Right.
quick. And if there's someone that knows about flights, it's Jen Mounts. She made a whole video about those.
Well, a crew of like 5 people made that video. It was quite a task. I'm quite
Basically,
surprised here
just Jen
that.
Mounts.
No, no. Here we go. Brett trying to get a little bit of cushion, and he's going to poke at the bull. Mike's surviving. I'm very surprised that this hasn't been game over. Brett's average going from well over 6 down to a 4.86 with this little bit of a struggle on the bull. Wow, Mike could be. Oh, he flighted out to the left, but I think he might have had a chance to put a teeny bit of pressure. But I can see a 2 mark easy win here for Brett,
It
and he makes
does
it.
cross that line. 4.7 to get things started. Not a bad starting leg. there. And Mike, if there's a silver lining for leg number one, it's A, you hit a nine, and B, you fought on the Bulls when it was looking a little sketch there. So all things that could help him out potentially. He's gonna really show us tonight what he's capable of with his start here. Does he start off strong? Does he control his throw? That is the question being asked. Oh, and just the
Yeah,
two,
poor
and
Mike.
ooh,
I think when it comes to the standard that Brett's showing, you need to slow him down very quickly, especially early on. We do have long format here, but he's an incredibly stable player, so I don't think we're going to see any wayward moments from him anytime soon.
yeah, I think the real key to success for Sigall is keeping it within one leg going to break. Whichever direction the 4-3 goes is fine. It's simply just about keeping it at 4-3. Because if Brett Holliday goes into break with an advantage, then what he's going to do is the same thing. That he's going to come out of that break and he's going to be able to, or like a significant advantage, I should say. Then he'll come out of that break and he'll be able to ramp up and continue to stay in that gear. If Sigall gets that jump on him, well, then maybe he can get out the rest of the wins while Brett is still ramping back up because it's typically a like a bell curve we kind of see of Brett starts. I feel like once he gets in that gear, he's really really high, and then occasionally he can slip out of that gear, and that breaks the time where most people struggle to stay in that gear.
Right. Another boom goes the dynamite for Mr. Brett Hollinday. He's in high gear. Mike, a little bit of a head shake. He's just got to refocus here.
I think he's putting a lot of pressure on himself, but there responds with a nine back to
Beautiful
back.
response.
Ooh.
Booms.
Yeah, that's another two big booms, Chet. Oh, look at this. They're continuing. And then I said it out loud and I jinxed him. He still finds
Yeah,
a five.
you can only talk after the second dart, Nick. That's come on. You're a
That is that the rule?
seasoned on the comms. Yeah.
I'm barely seasoned with salt and pepper. Okay, I'm from Ohio. I'm trying my best out here.
Whoa. Hold the pepper then, because that's too
Whoa,
spicy.
too spicy.
Whoa.
No. I have a little bit of that Florida spice. The bath salts really helped bring it together for me.
I will tell you, I just came back from a 5-day trip in Boston, and I ate some Cajun crabs, and that was talk about some spice. But oh, in fact, my entire family watched me eat like two crabs to myself. I
They're just
don't. It
staring
was
at
because
you.
it was too spicy. Because the Cajuns scared everyone. They're an Irish family, so yeah, no spice for the Irish.
No spice for the Irish. That's tonight's tagline.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Brett Hollander here. Can he get control despite being against the darts? He only needs a 1-2-3 punch, and that's what he's doing. He does hit it. So I wouldn't say it's a firm control, but it does take that advantage away from Seagal, who is not pressured to go ahead and hit a four on the 17s before looking up at those 18s. Oh, and he hates that dart.
I don't mind adjusting down. He's scooched on over to the right, and he's able to fit that in. So no need to fret. I wouldn't have even moved after that point. Oh, but he's readjusting for the 18.
Yeah, I think he didn't like the off angle on the 17, so when he did end up hitting it and getting just enough to get the point lead, he was willing to take his gamble. And there only collects a single on that last start. But Brett is going to have a little bit of danger. He needs to make sure to continue to point. He finds a seven, of course. It's Brett, adorable Hollanday.
Of course. Oh yeah, delectable, lovable, charming Brett Hollinday
Delectable level.
shows Mike when you can or cannot take risks, and that was not one of those moments.
I mean, if in defense, if it went in, it goes great. There, though, is very aggressive play because now you're asking Brett
Yeah.
Holiday to hit a six, right? If he closes the number and closes your number, you're in trouble. If he only closes your number, it's good, and if he doesn't close anything, it's better. Never mind, the gamble pays off from Seagal.
Yeah,
I'm betting the
absolutely.
17s.
We absolutely jinxed Brett there. So the aggressiveness has paid off for Mike, but he did not follow it up this round, giving Brett one more chance to correct that mistake.
Yeah, you have to hit at least three there. Hitting only two after doing that shot just doesn't feel like enough because now Brett's just going to go ahead and pop this. And there he
Oh,
stays aggressive, goes to the 15 as well.
the second time he missed that white horse close. He's going to hit it at some point tonight.
Now, of course, Sigall could go ahead and answer back. He would have needed 2 trips on the 15. He does
Oh,
go ahead and guarantee a 4-3 bull race. I don't mind this shot because, yeah, if Brett hits double bull, single bull, trip 15, so be it. I actually don't
yeah.
mind that shot. But,
Oh my goodness. Brett Hollinday, the captivating, endearing, adorable, darling Brett just destroys that leg coming back.
did you write all that
Absolutely
down?
incredible.
Did you have that saved?
No, I'm just trying to think of synonyms for adorable so that this joke can ride forever.
No, that's wonderful. It's not a joke. You do believe in your heart of hearts. I know it.
I do believe.
Well,
I
Sigall,
think my only. Sorry, go ahead, Nick.
no, please.
I was gonna say my only job as on the comms is to stay unbiased, so I hope that I'm proving that tonight.
I thought your only job on the comms was to check in on us to make sure we're not doing anything so bad we all get fired.
That's primarily it, and to show you guys how to do an ad read properly. That's really the two top things.
I do love though that every time it's a Jen show, it's always a Jen and Nick show. Like we never
Yes.
bother bringing you in
Oh,
with
oh,
just Sean or just
no,
Will.
never,
It's just
never.
it's one of the,
I thought it's only when they're off having children that they need to bring us in
how
together.
dare.
So that's yeah, we're the childless wonders.
Well, and it's like is having a child slash had a child, and then Sean's over on his show right now, probably laying an egg like a child. Like he is probably getting his butt whooped. I hope not, but also that's what you get for double booking, Sean. We get to talk smack this whole time.
True.
Imagine the scenario where we're getting double booked for shows. I never thought that time I would have came.
Oh gosh, talk about more like triple booked coming up soon. Darts is
Yeah.
just there's so many conflicting schedules, so many things going on. Great problem for the fans, terrible problem for us as producers.
Hmm. That's why I'm happy that we have a boom goes the
Boom
dynamite.
goes the dynamite. Jinx.
Yeah, I owe you a soda. I'm gonna say that's why I'm grateful that we have wonderful people like Haley here who's helping produce tonight's show. Because if Haley wasn't able to do it, your boy was booking an immediate 1 day return home trip. So shout out Haley. Boo Will.
Boo Will. I like
Hello
it.
Daisy.
Speaking of Will, we've got a question in the chat asking if I will ever beat Will in speed cricket, and this one kind of hurts my heart because
No, don't
I
spoil.
don't think I'm just gonna say like we are gonna give it a go and we're gonna see what happens. But I saw his and it's pretty impressive, folks. So I'm excited for some things to come out.
For anybody that wants a little context there, over on the Bullshooter page, there is a speed cricket video post. It's a new series where we have everybody take attempts for the fastest. Excuse me, for the fastest time possible. So I've taken an attempt. Jen's taken attempts now. Ram Guevara, James Game Green. We've all taken a run at it. The fun part about that show is that A, you get to just see that who can string together a couple good darts for one run, but B, how long it takes Nick to edit it because that was filmed 2 months ago. And we just got the first episode, so you're welcome, fans. Wait like another 2 months, you get Jen.
Yeah. We got Gina in the chat telling, making sure to let Brett know that he's hitting adorable 9 marks every time he gets a boom.
Uh, Garcia in the chat asking what's next for us. Whammo. It's going to be not
Whammo!
this weekend, but next weekend, starting next Wednesday. So a week from today, actually, is where we're going to be starting our coverage there. It's going to be me out there in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and then afterwards you'll see our dual stream for the Chicago Finals the week after. So back-to-back 5+ day tournaments. Oof, boy, that's going to be fun.
Mike with the chance here, his first chance, and he guarantees the close on the 15th and goes back with a boom goes the dynamite to absolutely ensure this leg. He really needs to get on the board. Brilliant play.
Yeah, a must win. Like you can't afford to go 3-0 down in this format. I'm just. It's like watching it. Like I know, like I was a fan of your commentary before I ever got into it, but it's like you're watching your booms grow is like making me so proud. It's like proud co-commentator moment.
Oh my gosh. It's more just the I don't care if I accidentally boom an 8 mark anymore. So that's really the only mental block I needed to overcome. And I only did the boom with you because I saw your body like round up to just wind up to do it. And so I thought I'd belt one out with you. That was what that was all about.
Oh,
Just
it
the
was.
one thing.
That's adorable. All right,
Yeah.
that's what I would define as such.
Oh,
Well, now
precious.
Brett gets the start. Can he continue to impress that two-leg advantage? That's the interesting part here about a format like this is he's going to go ahead and start off with a white horse. Hiya!
The amount of people that now walk up to me and ask me to do my best horse
Is that
impression,
true?
excuse me. Yeah, it's terrible because my one sad attempt on the fourth place match with Bobby D's.
Yeah, I will say your horse noise needs some work. That's what if we, but like the horse noise isn't as important because you get maybe one or two white horses a match, maybe zero.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and frankly, let me own this. Like if John gets to be the boom guy, I get to be the horse guy. That's doesn't feel right.
yeah. Get to be the horse guy.
I'm just an
Oh
equestrian at heart.
no,
Okay,
I
friendship is
think there's
magic.
something. I think there's something better out there for you, Nick.
I mean, the horse guy. I mean, things that I get to claim. The dyed hair guy. That's probably me in the darts community.
Mm.
Like, well, if you're not counting Peter Wright, like Brett's
Oh,
absolutely
Brett.
controlling his throw. Hits an eight.
Yes. He's probably upset with himself just for dropping that one leg. He's really, really feeling it. But Mike is heating up now, so he's going to make it a lot more of a competitive match here.
Let's see. Looks like we have a good couple comments in here. We got Gordon Stewart in the chat. My second favorite suit. Sorry, Daisy exists now. Saying what's up? Sounds good, Jen and Nick. Appreciate you tuning in. Great to see you, pops. We got Jay, Jeff, Bradley, Heather, Jamie, Ron. We appreciate all you guys and everyone else tuning in along. Dungley83 saying good to see you up in Cleveland, Nick. Hey, it was good to see anybody in Cleveland. That would have been crazy if that didn't happen. So I'm happy I was there. That was a fun time. Except for the blind draw where I like
Yeah,
completely crapped the bed. That was bad. I'm sorry, partner. Sorry, David.
I, oh no. I'm so happy you were able to get a couple streams out. So that was awesome to see that working out Saturday, Sunday, and some great quality darts, by the way.
There were some great matches. It was a very talented field. That is for sure.
Brett's
Now
gonna
look,
clean this up. Oh yeah, here we go. We're gonna secure ourselves a 3-1. Oh, the little extra cushion with the double bowl. We're now 3-1 for Brett. He's fighting for $2,500, folks. Division two ain't to be slept on. This is some serious money they're throwing for. Honestly, I'm happy to be in the finale because coming home runner up with 1,500 is pretty significant. Usually you see like a pretty big difference in prize pools where it's really heart crushing, but this is some serious money here.
what's nice about this that the PPD does, big ups to PPD for just doing this in the first place. How about that? But secondly,
Yeah.
is the fact that yeah, you pay $100 to sign up, but if you get last place, you go two and out, you still get $50 back. And then if you win a couple rounds, then all of a sudden you're making money in your pocket, and you win a. I mean, the payouts divvy out pretty dang well here too. I mean, even fifth six gets 400 bones. That's more bones than I can count. On Sigall, an opening. This is what he's struggling with tonight. He has not strung together back-to-back solid turns. It has been Brett doing that. It has been Brett following a nine with a seven, or following a seven with a nine. Here we go. Oh, catching the wrong side of the wire. Thought he was going to go ahead and prove me so smart, prove me so right, prove me so smart. What am I trying to say here?
I have a quick question in the chat from Jamie Henry asking about the status of M3 shafts and dart tips. And unfortunately, the M3s have been discontinued for quite some time. So you're really just going to struggle with market demand there and finding selection. But I'd recommend trying to find darts forums where people trade and sell darts, and you might find a collector out there who'd be willing to spare some, but you're not going to be able to find that in the e-commerce market right now.
Also, that was another white horse for Brett Hollinday. Oh, this is a scary Brett to be seeing tonight, and you have to wonder if Mike Sigall's playing through his head. all the woes from last week right now. That is something that is very easy to slip into as a player, and not the headspace you want to be in. As he's throwing up his hands, he looks frustrated. Like you guys can't see that on the stream. We can. He was throwing up his hands as Brett goes up and hits another trip.
Yeah, we're just looking at too big of a disparity of performance this one leg. But Mike's been a great contender leading up to this moment. I mean, he really just needs to start strong, make some smart strategy choices. I don't think you can get away too long playing very aggressive on Brett, especially with his performance right now. He's well outperforming his season average.
Yeah, and
So
Brett right
he's coming
now.
into this match.
Uh, no, I was just going to say, Brett right now, 5.29 to Mike Sigall's 4.20. Haha, believe it. But no, it's a incredible. Sorry, couldn't resist. But yeah, a complete average disparity. And this is what Brett did last week, stay in that 5+ gear. It's what he did when he won the season 4 finals, stay in that high gear. And right now, Sigall's throwing that first dart left, and that's why you see that reaction. It's not that he missed that first dart, is that first dart has gone left almost every single time on his throw.
Yes.
But I will
Really
say
the
this.
biggest.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say when it comes to micro adjustments, really the biggest difference between great players and amazing, excellent players is their ability to micro adjust. If you know how to fix missing left, up, down, right, that's just everything. So I'm surprised that he hasn't tried to adjust slightly, maybe even standing a little bit into a different position on the Aki. But yeah, he seems to be consistently struggling with that left.
Well, and you're an expert analyst, I would say. And looking at Mike Sigall's throw, we've talked about this, and you'll see this on his next throw. But he has a little bit of a rock forward as he throws each throw. It's not a kick; it's like he rocks his body when he does that
Mm-hmm.
throw. Um, And do you think that that's part of the reason why maybe he's pulling his darts a little bit, or do you think that's why some of that like going left hit inconsistency might be happening on him tonight? Because his form going up and winning the seat was the same level that Brett's throwing right now.
Yeah, when there's an extra element of motion before you release the dart, it's really really tough to even know where you're directing it. And he also has a very low elbow, so it's not within his eyesight to see where his tip is pointing. I would say I'd need a much better quality view of what's happening, but really at the end of the day, it's just natural for a right-handed player with the thumb element of how you grip the dart. That's the part I can't see is how he grips it, which would probably dictate what's going to happen with the release more so than that rocking motion. Because he's rocking fairly straightforward, but there's a bit of a forceful snap. Looking much better, tighter groupings here.
Yeah, and he just needs to win the mental battle of attrition right now. That's the real secret to this, because obviously his form in the weeks all the way from week 1 to week 9 or week 7 was incredible. He then had his break and then has not been able to rechannel that form. Brett's known for his consistency. That's probably something he does his best. Like we also know that Brett, if he gets to match point, will have one really bad leg. As Mike Sigall goes ahead and hits a
Boom goes the dynamite. That's the 18s. He's actually surviving really well on the 18s.
Yeah, but Brett was about to do something like that. Finds a 7, has control going against the darts again. A 5-1 going into the last leg before the break is hard. A 6-1 is actually a good sign because Willie Walker came back against Mike Maloney 6-1. Every time that scoreline comes up, I bring it up.
Oh no, there's already a Jen Mount's F-bomb count going on. So, I mean, I haven't done it this match, and I don't plan to, but the eyeballs are on me.
All right, let's play the game. We're going to say words that have the letters uck in them. I'm going to go with muck.
Duck.
Your turn. Yuck.
Oh my god, how am I already out of options? Because there's some crass ones. Amuck.
I said muck. That's the first one I said.
No. Amuck. Like run amok. That's a different word. It totally counts.
All right. Puck.
Oh, you just took Haley's suggestion. That is not fair.
That one. I didn't even have the chat open.
Oh man, Haley, throw me a bone. Truck. She's killing this.
She's really luck.
Oh, just barely missed betting the 16s.
Change
She
in the
really needed that cushion.
subject.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold on. I'm not stalling. I'm being a professional and commenting on the match, sir.
That's fair. I'm just trying to make chat's dream come true, tricking you into an F bomb.
Really, that just ask me to tell a story. It'll happen naturally.
That's also so valid. What did the Cajun crabs think as you were eating them?
They were thinking, how is this lady cracking me with her bare hands without using any utensils like the white people do? Funny story, real quick. My amazing, adorable, precious grandparents-in-law, the Irish grandparents, who are 95 and 96. Pa Roy, his name is Roy, he went and washed a pair of pliers, Nick, and he rinsed them, and he's like, here you go, I cleaned them for you. And I'm like, these sepsis-filled, like, rusty old pair of pliers are not going near my mouth, Roy. And I explained to him that Asian people just crack the crab, like, right down the middle, and we pull the meat out, like, we don't use the little crackers.
There's so
That's
many
my
things.
story.
That was a great story, Jen. There were so many things I almost said that would have made me lose my job, and mainly that I never felt more understood and heard than when I felt like you were referring to me as the little cracker.
Mike,
Eat it
here
for the
we go.
crabs,
3 in the black.
guys.
Oh, he had match darts in hand. He had match darts in hand, and he could not do it with the last dart. Brett, he's got to clean this up right now.
He does. Well, Brett's done a good job of controlling this leg. Sigall doing a good job of going back into the end of it. And Brett's going to stay at this 15. Yeah, but he doesn't find that last start. So this is a good shot right here for Sigall. Two bulls, the trip 15. At 4-2, it can potentially become a 4-3. There's the two
He's going to have
bulls.
2 singles. Yes, yes. Beautiful. He deserves it, honestly. He went for the double close, probably aimed just a millimeter above that for safety. Brilliant darts. Ending on
Yeah,
a
that's
666, though.
so that's a great leg to be able to help revitalize your spirit, and
Yes.
especially if he can rattle off too. If he can break the throw here, make this 4-3, I think he's back in the timeline where he can really take control and win this. And you saw the crowd roar, you saw the celebration there. That felt like winning for a second. That felt like what you want to feel like the whole time, which is in control, big baller darts.
One of my favorite things about the CSC is the local support you so clearly see in the back of these player cameras and the amount of people that make custom signs and buy accessories for this. Like, if anything, I wish we should just put a little bit more sponsorship budget from A to Z towards knickknacks little signs that people can hold and really
Oh, that'd
hone
be
in on
nice.
people's local bar names and kind of figure it out. Because we can't all be Hulk Smash Mike Maloney's, but I think there's a lot of potential with some of these other players to liven up the crowd a bit.
Well, I also think like you went into like the business brain, and my brain I was thinking, yeah, we have Sean, Will, and Haley do all the work, and you and I just go sit in some audience of one of these matches. Like maybe the next time we have one out of like all
we're
seasons in Tacoma, we go up there
we're
and hang
just
out.
we're just in the background of every CSC live stream. I love it. That's way more budget than I was referring to, but that works.
I remember there was a conversation at one point in time about the CSC on tour where we were supposed to spend the summer going to all these different CSC locations. We talked about doing that. We got kind of close to doing it, where then all these people decided to have kids. Thanks, Carly and Will. That was really cool.
Yeah,
Me, I'm a bachelor. I can go on the road. I don't got no kids. I ain't got no
yeah.
problems. I got a lot of problems.
I was trying so hard to not take a stab at you there.
It's okay.
Uh,
This is not a safe space. This is on air,
this is
and
not. This is yeah.
this is
Truly, it's
far from it.
live.
Yeah, like
I've already got
if
people
you don't do
grilling.
it, chat will.
Oh yeah, chat is not on my side tonight. By the way, Nick, I've got someone asking me what secrets will be revealed tonight. Come on, guys! Like, don't believe everything you read on the internet. I did not. blow Will's child reveal. That didn't happen. There is no proof. The
There
video
was
was
no
taken
reveal.
down.
There was just a child
There was
one
no,
day.
yeah, there was just a child one day with a little sticker.
Yeah,
Uh,
the little emoji right in
I
the face.
saw, yeah, the little emoji. My first thought was like, why post a photo then? But then I was like, it's still pretty funny. I like it.
Why post a photo that is crazy?
No, it's not that I don't care. I'm about it. I think that I think the text. I think the text context was good enough. You know what? Let me get back to the match here
No,
because
no,
Mike,
I love the
Mike is
energy.
surviving.
No, like, what's
No,
the
but
point though, Will?
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Oh.
oh goodness, Brett unable to really bury in points. I think with a couple of double bulls, we could see a potential comeback here for Mike.
Yeah,
Ooh,
this
the
is
little
all
house
about
is
getting
going
the
to be
point lead and
tempting.
grabbing one number. That's what this is. And there,
Yes,
he tried to
yes,
stop. I think taking that guaranteed 19, I think might have been more important because that was what Brett was trying to point on.
yes, exactly.
We'll see
Exactly what I
what.
was thinking. He was.
No, go ahead. I
Oh,
agree.
I was just you agree. I was just waiting to see because he was opting for the 19 over the 22 point on a few occasions. He can do it now, but he probably is going to go for that. No, yeah, he decides to do that. Safe close on the 19. Let's see if he can just inch his way closer to taking out these houses.
Yeah, Brett needs to get a 51 point lead. He needs to make sure there's no game shot. That's his goal right now. And he needs to trip on this
Has
last
to
start to
trip.
do it. Oh,
Oh, he does not.
one
The
bull and two big
shock.
trips.
That was a couple rounds there, or actually 3 rounds in a row of missing out on a chance for a big boom, or at least like a 5 mark, 7 mark to be able to put a ton of pressure on Mike. Oh, he's just that 20 is
That's
killing him tonight. I think upper board. Well, actually, he's crushing the 18s, but yeah, he is just really struggling. Specifically, he's got a mental block on that 20.
Yeah, and there he goes back, grabs one more bowl, which is the right call on that last start. But based on that, the other thing too is he gave a big reaction. That's the type of thing that if I'm Brett, I'm kind of motivated by a little bit. I saw how frustrated my opponent just got, and now I feel more
Mm-hmm.
confident going into my scoring turn because Brett knows 5-2 going into the break is a not guaranteed win, but it's a great spot to be in. It's a really good position. Well, Mike knows 4-3 going into the break is normal. One of the best case scenarios.
He needs 2 bulls. There he goes. He's probably gonna stay there though.
Oh,
Oh my
he shot the trip
gosh, he
20.
actually went. He went. I can't believe he did that. Honestly,
I was not looking at the 20. I can tell you that much, folks. And it might pay
it.
off.
Oh wow.
A big dart from Brett on the last.
Yeah. So
That's a
116.
71
Yeah, he'll
point
need.
lead.
Yep.
Three bulls. Not going to happen. Still needs to get that point lead. Needs to stay true in this bull. Does
There he
do so.
goes.
Adds a dart again. This is really a very interesting leg that Brett's kind of throwing away a little bit, and Mike Sigall slowly clawing his way back into.
Does he? Yeah, I was gonna say he's not gonna go for it at this point. Oh, how did he squeeze that in there? That was a timely trip. Good last for Brett. Just making it harder and harder. Yeah, we needed 2 doubles. God, he keeps doing it. He keeps pointing ahead. He's making it so hard for Brett to pull it together. It could go either way easily.
And you know what Mike's thinking right now? He's probably thinking, like, man, if only I did work earlier in the league so I didn't have to shoot all these balls. That's exhausting.
Yes, yes. I actually, oh my goodness, what an opportunity here for Mike. There's no way he misses this. He's been crushing the 18s. Even see him taking a chance at it right away. Oh, but that's an unfortunate miss high. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I don't
Oh,
agree with that last start. I don't agree
I don't.
whatsoever.
Oh, no, he stayed. I don't like to stay either. Brett Hollinday can just pop a hat trick here, and all of a sudden it's a different situation. Brett could also three in the bet the 18s, and then it's a different situation. He's going for the Bulls. He
Oh
missed
my
the first
gosh.
start. He has to find some trips to make that worth it. He finds four. Is that worth
It's
it?
a good. I think that was an okay round by Brett, but yeah, maybe kudos to Mike for
76.
being so ballsy, knowing that Brett's a little off on his scoring power. But oh my gosh, at one point difference,
Yes.
he's upset here. Yeah.
I mean, I think at this point, the single 18 to force a 3-1 on the Bulls might be the play. He stays on the Bull. I don't mind that either, just because the moment you close that
Mm,
last number, those three Bulls feel so easy for your opponent for some reason. I don't know how to explain it.
yeah,
It's darts voodoo to its
yeah,
finest.
yeah. And you really just never know when someone's going to catch a double bowl. So really, that's the critical aspect of soft tip here. Yeah, Brett's.
Oh, but
Oh,
this will make him
Brett.
hurt. That's gonna
Boom goes the
hurt.
dynamite for Brett Hollinday. Absolutely precious round by my darling Brett. He's going to guarantee a win. You know, Mike, you really, really fought for that. And now there's the close on the 18, but
It,
yeah, he
it's
almost
three to
did it.
four. It still has to hit the three. But that shot gave him the confidence. He does take
Yeah.
it there. Good call, Jen. As Brett Holliday will get a 5-2 lead going into this break. And man, oh man, is this looking dangerous now for Sigall, as he's currently averaging going into the break at a 4.20. Once again, funny number, going up against the 5.09 from Holliday. Let's go ahead and take a moment to take a break from hearing Nick and Jen to hear from Jen.
Well, good evening, everyone. Dick Johnson, Chubbs Callahan here.
I've told you many times that it's Charles, not Chubbs.
Alrighty, Chubbs, here we are at the Cosmopolitan here in Las Vegas, Nevada for the annual Pop a Shot tournament here, brought to you by USA Darts.
Pop a shot.
Is that not right?
It's Pop Stroke.
Oh, sorry, we're changing out the basketballs and headbands for tiny balls and long shafts. Is that what you're telling me? Well, folks, let's get to the action here as we are ready to get underway.
Get snazzy with our April Dart of the Month and raffle. All Heroes Chizzy darts are 15% off all month long, including his latest Heroes Chizzy Series 3 with tons of barrel weights to choose from. You can automatically enter our raffle to win your choice of a Stick-It dart holder in the style Splash or Comic when you purchase our April Dart of the Month special. So, what are you waiting for? Don't forget, we ship internationally and you can find these darts at a2zdarts.com. Best of luck to everyone! Got a dartboard with shabby segments and worn out Sigall? Don't buy that brand new dartboard just yet. There's a much better solution. Knowing how and when to rotate your dartboard is an underrated practice many players neglect. Why rotate your dartboard? Although Sigall is self-healing, you can't prevent the damage that occurs over time with high traffic segments like the treble 20. By rotating your dartboard, you can replace the 20 segment with a different segment that sees a lot less dart action. The damage gets distributed throughout all the segments, making your board last much longer. Decide how to rotate your dartboard. Whether you go clockwise or counterclockwise, be sure to stick with one method of rotating your board for consistent results. If you rotate it clockwise one time and then counterclockwise the next, you may be going back to a previously damaged segment instead of a fresh one. Return your board accessories back to your board once you've rotated it, starting with the number ring, and you're done. Dartboards are a big investment, so it's important to take good care of them. Regularly rotating your dartboard will help ensure you are throwing at a fresher 20 segment and will help make your dartboard last longer. Hope you found this video helpful, and we'll see you next time.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store With over 10,000 different products, we create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
Test telephone switch to arm light on.
Switching command to internal. Fuel tank pressure. 9, 8. Ignition. Main stage. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Fuel tank pressure.
Ooh, bada bing, bada. Welcome back, everybody. It's me, the horse guy here, Nick Teixeira, joined by the great commentator, Jen Mounts. Jen, I am so happy to be back here looking at this great final with you. Jen, I am putting you in despair right now, aren't I?
Turns out I gotta go, guys. It's been great. I'm gonna leave it to the horse guy to take us home, to giddy on up all the way home.
Well, hiya, everybody. Let's go. Or I believe I got a message here. I got a message during the break from Jay, and he said, Nick, can you lose the horse neigh and replace it with hi ho silver away, but say it like the Lone Ranger? But I don't know what the Lone Ranger sounds like, so I'm assuming like very like a burly voice, like hi ho silver away.
You're
Is that
a
good?
man of many talents, Nick. I don't know how you do it.
Thanks.
We got back to the match, though.
Oh, you want to go back to the match? I was gonna say
No.
I do some
What were you gonna say?
killer impressions if you want.
Oh, maybe save that for another time. Oh my
Okay.
goodness. Mike Sigall starting off with a beautiful ton 80. A little bit of break has been good for him. Let's see if he can come back into this. Being down a deficit 2-5 is going to be really tough to come back.
Yeah, it's all about the back-to-back big turns. Jay just messaged me. I sent you a video. I'm not going to watch how to say hi ho silver away right now. I got other things going on, Jay.
Oh my goodness.
But no, it's about the back-to-back turns, right? It's about the fact that he needs to have a good turn and follow it with another good turn. And it doesn't need to be 9 following 9 all the time like we saw on Monday. Oh my goodness, what a time Monday was. But it does need to be a 9 following with a 5, following with a 6, following with a 4, right? That's what makes of a great player in the final. That's what makes the big moments happen.
Another boom goes the dynamite from Mike.
That was
What
a
did he
broom
do
goes the
during that
janitor,
break?
Jen. We got an 8. We tricked the Jen Mounts. We have done it.
No. Here's the F-bomb. Here it comes.
Here you go.
Oh my goodness.
You can have that one, though.
Boom goes the dynamite.
That's good.
That's a good one. That's a good one there. Oh, Brett. My bewitching, delightful Brett. Looking so
Bewitching,
fetching with his glasses on the head. How do they stay there? How do they stay there is my question.
He actually has like little rubber pads on them on the top, so that way it stays in place. Yeah, it's like one of those anti-slide things for furniture.
Got it. Furniture pads for glasses.
Yeah, yes.
It all checks out.
That has to be it. Here, actually, I got my grandpa's glasses in here. I'll join. Oh, I cannot see what's happening anymore.
They are so small for your face, Nick. Oh my gosh. I would love your best boomer impression whenever you have time, sir.
Oh, here you go. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's me. I'm a boomer. Oh no.
Jesus, that's not. I really expect like the college effort. Was really expecting a customer service interaction or something.
Um, I got a good Scooby Doo.
I'm just remembering. I'm remembering. Um, Good old New England. East Coast is just so opposite my upbringing. And I walked into. I don't know if you're familiar with the chain, My Grandma's Coffee Cakes in Boston, but yeah, I mean, delicious, amazing coffee cakes. There's a sweet grandma logo, so you get kind of the overall feel. Oh, a boom goes the dynamite that I missed from Mr. Mike Sigall. He's absolutely crushing the 20s. Anyway, I walk through the store. A nice older gentleman appears over the staircase, and he just goes, "What do you want?" And like Tears and I are like startled. We're like, "We'd like to buy a coffee cake, please." And he's like, "Okay," and then comes rushing downstairs. And we're just like, just this back and forth, like very Boston interaction. And in the end, I thought he hated me, and in the end, he's like, "There's a $6 coupon in there." I'm like, "Oh my god, he loves me!" I'm like,
Oh
yes,
my god, he's obsessed.
he's obsessed. I
Oh,
blinked, and we're
this
at
is a
the
good
end of this
Seagal.
leg. Yes,
This is great. 633 plays 638. This is great form. You can see the crowds getting amped up, but particularly Seagal. You see Orange Shirt Girl was waving her hands around. If you haven't been
orange
around for that
shirt
reference,
girl.
yeah, that's a Sean Green special if I've ever seen one. But Orange Shirt Girl's back, which is always a good sign. And there, Seagal, his first 6+ leg of the night, comes right after the break. Oh, this might be getting interesting, Jen.
Beautifully done. But like you said, can he follow up and come out strong back to back big moment? That would put Brett backing him into a corner and getting a little nervous, a little scared. But if he's not able to break throw this leg, which will be a tough ask, as I'm sure Brett is fired up to get back in. Well, he was already in form. You can't be upset losing with a
589.
633 average. My goodness.
Yeah, 589 after his last three. So he can't be
After
mad
the
about
last,
that at all.
yeah, yeah. Starting off with a 5, I
Oh,
mean, it's possible for Mike.
yeah, I mean Brett Hollinday, he's averaging a 5.19 right now. Like that's his match average roughly. If he shoots like this, it's still tough. Mike Seagal at a 4.44. But what further proves my point, and I love it when I get proven right sometimes by stats, is the fact that it's not. Yes, Brett is throwing better and he's throwing more consistent on his in between rounds. And the reason you can see that is because they're actually almost even in nines. Brett has 7, Mike has 6. The fact that their 9 counts are almost even, but there's that big of an average disparity is about all those middle rounds that Brett has done good on that Seagal struggled. And that's not the case right now, though. Boom goes the dynamite.
What we really saw in
7-7.
the last leg was Mike correcting his issue with the 20s, and that really made all the difference here. So he's starting up. He was just not able to gain control over the big number to score on. It was really a struggle, and then the game would aggressively pass through him before his eyes quickly, and he was finding himself surviving on 15s and pulls. My goodness, boom goes the dynamite again, back to back for Mike.
Ay, Dios mío, Philly. Oh my God, that's beautiful darts right there. 799. Yeah, we're getting multicultural up in here. We're talking Cajun crabs
I
and darts.
I was just looking up the boom la dinamita explota. We've got to pull off one of those today.
That's beautiful. I would say our Duolingo's paying off, but no more Duolingo for
Yeah,
me. I never was good on my streak.
I'm trying to learn Japanese because we're going to Japan this year, and I've given up and started 3 times. It's so depressing.
Ohio gozaimasu, moshimo. I got that far.
Oh, Mike missing the bull, but he absolutely has secured this leg, averaging a 7.6. We're talking about a different player. This is day and night from before and after the break.
I don't know if he did a shot, if he got a pep talk, or if he just kept practicing, but it's clearly paying off.
Well, he clearly hopped onto the stream, went to the beginning, heard your horse impression, and he got pumped. That's what happened.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here to motivate our dart players through horse and other equestrian related activities. And Brett hasn't so done, right? I mean, 5.89 is by far the highest losing leg of this
Yes.
matchup. So to have that 5.89 happen right there, and be a losing leg is a big deal for the fact that even in this league, it's
Yeah.
not a 4.57, but back to back 6+ legs, right? That's the difference maker. That's incredibly hard to beat, no matter what division this is.
Absolutely brilliant from Mike. Brett is not underperforming whatsoever. Mike just became, like I said, a new player after the break. So we'll see how long he can ride this streak. I mean, that was incredible back-to-back leg. Brett's starting
Yeah,
the last one with a 5 mark. He's looking in trouble again.
a 4, not nearly as tight. Mike Sigall getting that first real big break of the night, for himself is going to be a big confidence booster. This is a different man.
Here
What
we
is happening?
go.
What
Oh, another 7 mark.
what is happening though? This is
Yeah.
something changed in him, but in that 5 minute break, like, oh, what could have happened? That's insane. That's amazing.
Well, I mean, some people really do take 30 minutes to settle in, so it could just be a moment of time. And we had a boom! La Dinamita Explota, Nick! We missed it.
La diamita explota. My pronunciation good?
It sounded like, so there's this comedian that does like a lot of crowd work, and recently she was like the classic, oh, hi, what's your name? Where are you from? And this sassy gay man just goes, I'm from El Salvador. And I just can't get that out of my head. And when you try to speak Spanish, I hear that guy being like, El Salvador. El Salvador.
El Salvador. Oh, well, this is still, that's back to back nines there for Brett Hollinday. This is looking really tough right now. I'll tell you that much.
I'm positive my 9 count tracker is completely off, but I'm trying. I really am trying.
Well, it's okay. Oh, I guess I never linked you. Hold on. Look at the Discord. I'll send you a link. I've been tracking
Okay.
everything.
How about that time I didn't exit the Discord chat?
Look at
and,
that.
and Nick hops on, and I swore someone hacked into my computer and was talking to me and spying on me. And I just happened to be not decent sitting in my office chair. Guys, Nick scared the crap out of me.
Her camera was off, you weirdos.
My camera was off, thank God, but I taped all of my little webcams and things. Like, I
You were
absolutely
looking up
went
radio
crazy
frequencies to be
psycho.
hacked on.
Yeah, I literally thought potentially there was just radio interference. I don't know. I was thinking anything to hope to not be spied on.
It was just me.
It was just Nick being a creeper.
No, it was Nick going in there and saying it's a joke that I probably shouldn't say on this
Yeah.
live stream.
Oh
565 for
no,
Brett
yeah.
Hollinday. Currently up, does get a good leg back, but that's a 5-0 losing leg for Sigall. Again, a good sign. Now, Sigall still has to go ahead and hold his throw and break at some point to get this back to even, but he's at least showing a lot better signs. I mean, let's just look at some of the averages from that first leg for Sigall. A 4-0, 4-6, 5-0, 4-0, 3-4, 4-7-5, 3-6-4. That simply just doesn't cut it. So the fact that his 3 legs after the break are a 6-1, a 6-4-7, and a 5 is just insane.
Yeah, absolutely. He's I think he has, well, he's already surpassed the previous match with a losing of 2-9. So we're in a much better condition here, hopefully mentally and physically. His darts look very close. He's missing on the wire. He's getting those 7 marks in. He's getting those 9 marks in. The absolute formula required to best an on-form Brett Hollinday, who's slipping a little bit here. So this could be Mike's chance. I think it could be anyone's game if we see it tied up.
Exactly right, the fact that he's coming into this form now is really impressive. I will say right there, that's a misstep. I know he's playing for that triple, and he kind of dropped it low and left. But the fact is, a 1-2-3 on the singles there does so much for you if you get that third number advantage, and leaves Brett an opportunity to do a little bit of damage here. Look at Brett; he does do a little bit of damage, finds a big seven.
Had a couple questions in the chat that I missed. Unfortunately, I will not be at WAMO. I've always wanted to go to
Boo.
Wisconsin State, but yeah, that's a boo for me. I've got too much travel this year, folks. We're headed to New York in June for the U.S. Starts Masters, PDC U.S. Starts Masters, and then I have 2 August events in Florida back to back: the ADO USA Dart Classic and DPFL event, and then A to Z. Oh my gosh, that beautiful white horse from Brett Hollinday. Boom goes the dynamite. He is not going to make this
Hey,
easy
I'm a
on Mike.
horse. Nay.
And then we're going to finish the year strong. Like I said, A to Z Darts is going to Japan. So we announced that when we did our review of the, oh my goodness, Target Japan
Sorry,
launch.
I,
No, you're
I didn't
fine.
mean
You're
to
fine.
interrupt you. It's just that nine from Brett to put the pressure to make Mike hit the must hit seven was massive there. And now Brett's just going to go ahead, and he does close the 15th on the last to leave it 4-3. But man, oh man, what a last couple darts those were.
Yeah, I would have loved to see the bull myself. Oh gosh, because that would have slowed down Mike. Because yeah, he's on form right now. I could not imagine him missing the hat out. Brilliant darts, well deserved by Mike, and we might be seeing a tied up game here. He did it once before, 2 back-to-back solid legs, but
Oh no,
he's got to break Brett.
I broke my average checker. Oh,
Mm.
I fix it. I think I fixed it. So, Jen, sorry, you were saying though before I rudely interrupted.
Oh, no, it's fine. I shouldn't talk towards the end of a leg. That's a classic rookie mistake. But trying to squeeze in an ad read before it gets too intense here. Oh my gosh, boom goes the dynamite. Mike is killing those 19s. These are the legs that he wins. It's when Brett goes first, has kind of a slow start on the 20, and then Mike just crushes those 19s. So it's looking in his favor right off the bat.
Again, completely different player.
Oh,
This is amazing to see. And look at that.
I spoke too soon. Oh gosh. I'm dropping
Yeah,
pens. I'm losing my mind. That's a boom, la dinamita, explota, Nick.
that does have a big exploding dynamite. I have to agree. Closest to 20 on that turn, and he really won that 19. When the 19 is feeling free, I understand why he did that, but this leaves an opportunity for Brett. And again, at some point, Mike has to break the throw again. He did it once. And he did do a good job of defending his throw against Brett there, with Brett throwing a 5-6-5 against the dart, or a 5 against the darts. But this is a big moment here in this leg. Can Mike go ahead and hit a big 6? He needs 6 effectively to get in range. He really wanted 7. Instead, he's only going to get 2. And again, Brett Holliday, a 7-5. It's just such a tough position. You got to get this evened out at some point if you're Mike, and he's doing such a good job.
Brett's pretty good at adjusting for the final dart. It's absolutely crucial. I don't think anything is going to waver Mike at this point, though. He's just really feeling it. He's looking very stable. My goodness. Boom goes the dynamite for Mike. That is a good position halfway through this leg to be bumping up the average back into that 6 land.
So I'm going to ask you a question here, Jen, and it's actually about third spawns. Um, Mike right now is clearly shown that his mentality has been course corrected successfully, right? Even if right now he might still be in a downward position, it's still a tough spot. He at least is showing the right ingredients to potentially bring this back to a last leg decider from this position. If he does, do you think that pressure that we saw in those first couple of legs kind of comes back, or do you think he rides out this form?
Oh my gosh, his crowd is absolutely livening up. I don't think that it's going to have a negative effect on his mentality. I think that he's going to be absolutely fired up, and that will continue to ride because we're nearing the end here. It's been a quick match. I think their stamina, these guys train to have stamina for this sort of situation. from my personal experience, I do think long format, I always just continue to feel better and better and better. And that's what we're seeing from him. Even his losing averages are increasing and increasing. So I see him, as long as he can keep his emotions under control, that's the only thing I'm worried about. Oh my goodness, an untimely miss here for
Yeah,
Brett.
this just leaves a 3 mark for Sigall. Single 16, 215s. You have to make sure to hit at least a single on his first start. And look, he played that dart safe. He's playing that
Oh
dart safe too.
yes.
He knew
Oh
he needed the one,
yes.
two, three. I love that from Mike Sigall.
I do too. I do too. People truly sleep on and underestimate the power of a 3 dart clutch moment, especially the importance of tying up the score. Oh gosh, Brett would have had a chance to at least make it a little bit difficult on Mike.
And
So
he
if
yanked
he
that last
snags the
start.
double bowl, yeah.
Oh, can Seagal just go ahead and get it done here? He needs to stay true. Oh, he broke his own rhythm. Be careful. This start is so big.
Yeah.
He does hit
Oh,
it.
it didn't affect him, Nick. It didn't affect him. But I'm also surprised that he stepped off the line to check, because in soft tip you've got the monitor to tell you what's going on. So I wouldn't have bothered to like change up my posture and look low under. I do it in steel tip constantly, but in soft, I just listen for the bells and whistles and try to stay true.
Huh? Oh, yeah, maybe. That might have been the case. Looking back at it here, this is something interesting. Interesting stat here. Again, going at the break, 4.2 NPR for Mike versus that 5.09 from Brett. Brett has brought his 5.09 up to a 5.13. So he's increased by 0.04. So continuing to stay in what is certainly an excellent gear in a season show where you're normally averaging a 4.6, 4.7. Mike has brought his average up 0.58 in the second half here. You know, to
Yeah.
4.78 is completely goes at distance. It shows that Brett Hollinday has not slowed down. It's that Mike Sigall has sped up.
I'm amazed we're at that even score line. Like I said, I'm gonna guesstimate if Mike can continue with the form. It's the pressure is not he's not gonna buckle under the pressure. It's only gonna fuel him to come home strong. As long as he like these moments, as long as he can try not to wear his emotions on his sleeves and stay a little bit more robotic and focused, and keep that more neutral feeling going, or the hyped up feeling, whatever works for him better.
Excuse me. I swallowed a pipe there as I was trying to try to go off your point there and talk about well, I do love that was terrible. Did not hit me this time. Um, so no, I do love the duality between these two finals. Though we have the case of both mics being on the emotional side, very much showing it through and through the entirety of the matches, versus Brett and Ram, who are very much more stoic in nature.
Yes.
And I do love that there's a little bit of parity between the finals. As right now, what I'm thinking, if I'm Mike Seagal at this point,
Oh.
is, and it's going to be similar, you know, what Brett is thinking: hold my throw, and I go, and then win the diddle for the last leg decider. That's where I'm at this point. That's where my brain's at. Is just hold my throw. If I get a bonus leg and break, that's great. But as long as I hold my throw and win the diddle, both those guys are going to be thinking that right now.
Mike is really being punished for his choice last round to close the 18 behind in points. A lot of people missed the big wedge. He did it again. He missed high this time. A lot of it is just a lack of focus. I think we forget to actually aim instead of zooming. Oh, I always think of a camera lens of zooming out, and we look at the large surface, but we really need to fixate on the one single dot, even when we're going for the big single. Yeah,
Well,
Brett's going to make this too easy.
this is an outside opportunity. If he hits five, I think he takes his shirt off and runs on the bar. That's
Yeah,
what
we're
I
going
would
to see
do if
that
I hit
bar
five in a situation like
explode.
this. Oh, that's going to ruin those chances. You can see his reaction. He's playing for a side angle. Orange shirt girl moving over to get a better angle. Yeah, and now
Yeah,
he's just
it's
going to throw
just
this last one up. Beautiful hat.
it's beautiful hat, but it's just so difficult. You have to remember when we move far right and left, we're throwing at a further distance, and a lot of people do end up falling low, as he did. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy for Brett Hollinday, the fetching, the adorable and gorgeous. Brett is now back in the lead, 7-6. Can he go all the way?
He wants to. He wants to win two more legs and call it a night. But when you're playing, I'm back great, but you can just squander what you did as soon as you make it even again.
I'm not sure if I lost my partner in crime here, but I appreciate everyone chiming in on the chat before it's too late because there's so much great darts action. I'm going to get in a quick ad read for you guys. We just reviewed the recent Target Japan launch. We have 3 different barrel models that you can look for. There's a torpedo shape, a straight, and a front tapered. You can swim on over to A to Z Darts for the latest Target Japan launch. They are the Saros from the Kaze series. They're going fast, so purchase your set today before they're gone. You can go to a2zdarts.com and tap on the banner on their homepage. Oh my goodness. This is a very even match. Mike's starting off a little bit slower, but he has control of the 20, so that could really prove to be in his favor. Oh, a great adjustment up. That's my favorite. When you miss a little bit low, aiming at a high cricket number, that's always the easiest thing to adjust for.
Yeah, exactly whatever Jen just said. I just got back here.
Great. It's okay. You didn't miss much.
Okay, good. Except Brett Holliday having a pretty good advantage. Again, the big question mark, will Sigall be able to defend here, hold his throw? Because, again, 8-6 feels a lot harder in a race to 9 than 7-7 does. That just goes without saying.
Absolutely. Brett's really taking his time here. I mean, I'm surprised. I don't know if it was a thought, a double second guessing of strategy, but oh yeah, he's flying now. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful darts.
I do appreciate everyone that's getting really engaged in watching this matchup. Our viewership numbers have doubled since the break. Love to see all you guys in here. Thank you all for supporting us and for supporting this great season. Season 8 has been a particularly strong one. And there's been a lot to like about it. There's been the big moments of Maloney's big resurgence in his final. There's been moments where we watched if Ram was going to go ahead and get his back-to-back titles. There was moments in Division 2 where we saw new names go up and take on these big moments, like Mike Sigall being one to go on quite the run this season to get to this final versus a seasoned veteran like Brett Holliday. This season has been one for the record books, folks, and it wouldn't be possible without all of you tuning in.
Yeah, Brett looking fantastic, and there you go for that point cushion. Oh, a little bit of a slip on the bowl, but that's okay.
That is okay. He's looking really good right now for 8-6 up. So Gall's going to have work in front of him, but he can't think about it like that. I know we talk about the higher level thinking of what could be running through a player's head, but in actuality, all Mike needs to be thinking about is whatever the board says each time he approaches, and whatever orange shirt girl is saying. Those are the only things
exactly.
that matter. And beyond that, don't think about the I have to win and then break and then win a diddle and then win the whole title. You think, okay, I have to go do this.
Winning darts in hand. He needed double bull, 218 marks. It's not going to happen. So I consider this. Brett kind of rearing himself up there in the background. I think he's feeling strong coming into this.
Yeah, and that last start there just makes it so there's no thinking needed. There is no 3 in the bed for Brett. It's a hat trick he's looking for. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's not going to happen. This is a moment that could change the entire match. Once again, Mike Sigall, even though it's just a hold to throw, even though it's just 3 bulls, this is a moment that can change the entire match. He has to capitalize. Oh, that could be a guide. It looks good. It
Oh,
looks
it
like
didn't
it was
count
going.
it.
There was a
No, it's
single.
in, is it not?
No, that's
Oh,
a
wow.
single.
Wow.
It barely went high. Oh, that looked like a perfectly
Oh,
thrown dart. But Brett Holiday
that's
still
so
hit three.
heartbreaking. Hollanday Sauce is gonna relish in this opportunity to do it, and he does.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe what we just saw at the tail end of that leg. 4.44, 4.22. And will that break the spirit of Seagal? Will it be this catalyst moment that gets him heated up? What is going to be the case here? That's what I want to know right now, Jen. This is fun.
This is honestly so much better. I mean, you gotta hats off to Mike for really coming alive. I still believe it's possible for him. It's gonna require high 5-6 averages. He's already at status quo there with his open, but yeah, I think the favor definitely goes to Brett.
You see, by the way, Kristen landing in the chat here saying hi, Nick. Kristen, look out for tomorrow's post on Bullshooter. Kristen's been asking me a question every time we've gone live for the last 3 months, and I think you might actually get closer to your answer, and you can figure out what I mean by that by tomorrow's Bullshooter post. So there you go. I also do want to say shout out to Carter Fairchild. I got a chance to meet him back at the Ohio tournament. But I love meeting these youth players, right? And meeting these youth players that are so talented and passionate with the game. I know he said he's going to be watching tonight, so I just want to give him a shout out because we love our youth players. If I wasn't a youth player, I wouldn't be sitting in this chair because I would not have cared about darts.
Mike heating up here. A boom goes the dynamite. He 1080s. Really, he's been struggling with that third dart close. I think that's been a consistent issue for him throughout this match, and that would have made a lot of different moments, maybe gain the competitive advantage here and there. And Brett's had a far more deadly third dart, but now Mike is really heating up with his scoring power. So let's see how far that can carry him. He's going to stay there. He's really, oh my goodness. Oh, he went for the double, the Maloney double. It did not pay off. Like I said, he struggles with the third dart close, but he's absolutely in this leg.
What
He needs it.
is what's scary here though is Brett Holiday historically typically takes an off leg when he gets to match point, right? If I go back through
Mm.
the data, I'm almost certain every time he kind of gets a little bit of, I don't know if it's match point anxiety, I don't think that would be the exact term I'd use for him, but he definitely slows down. He was averaging a high five up until this throw here. If he throws really strong this leg, even if he doesn't win it, it's still very scary for his form going into the next leg that Mike would need to break the throw in.
Yeah,
He needs
exactly.
Brett to cool off and then have a very intense last leg decider.
Got a great question in the chat. Wondering what the 9-mark record is for Division 2, Nick? Because he's saying, Matt's saying, I swear this is the most I've ever seen here.
Well, we are at 22 tonight. The actual record, I would have to pull it up. I do think the actual record is closer to 29. I would have to double check that though.
Mm.
I don't know off the top of my head. Normally, that Sean keeps all that stuff in his brain, so I do apologize for not knowing that one. Actually, everyone blame Haley. All right, let's just blame Haley.
Perfect.
Oh, I heard Haley already yelling
Oh,
at me.
we got a little bit. We got a little bit of sass coming from Haley. No, she's actually being a really good sport about it. She's like, "Yep, dump
Haley,
it
the
all
best of
on
all of us.
me."
Yeah, this is still a good moment here for Mike. He does leave a little bit of an opportunity. On the bright side here, Brett needs at least 4 to be able to get the point lead before shooting at the numbers, meaning he's more likely going to be stuck at the 16, but it depends on how many he hits. It is 6, so it's a solid shot, but a good trip 20 here and 2 single 16s is what Mike Sigall is going to be fishing for right now. Let's see what he reels in. I don't mind the safer play. I don't mind that at all. Make sure that there's no 9-mark here available for Brett.
I really blanked on a fishing term that worked for kind of just like an okay catch.
You just dressed up
I
as
can
a
only think of the
fisherman.
big ones. I know, but I only know the big ones, like when really exciting things happen.
No, okay. Like the big fish.
Yeah, like the big fish. Mike. Oh, there he goes. He's on fire. He's closing. Oh, he missed the last dart, but he's getting his closed darts down. That's really going to make the difference here.
Brett doesn't find his first strip 15. He needed to either bet the 15s or he could have gone for a white horse in a scenario like this and taken a 4-3 on the bulls. But there he's stuck for 4 15s. Sigall still needs to be calculated. I don't move off this 20 until I hit 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does stay there. He's starting to pull to the left a little bit, but does still do just enough here to be able to stay outside of 9 mark reach, which is where you need to live right now.
Yeah, he's going to have to stay there, but unfortunately he does not get the bonus points on that third dart, so Mike has to capitalize on this moment. At least, yeah, I got to go. It has to try one.
Now this is the moment where Brett Hollinday can go ahead and have advantage going into the bulls. You see
Yeah.
Division II champion Corey Beck in the background there, everyone else watching, and
Ooh.
Gina. This is the moment. And
Ooh,
it doesn't go.
Yeah, I was going to say, brilliant last, but a very hard transition going 15, 20, 18. That's kind of an odd one. I maybe even opt 15, 18, 20, just having that straight line. I don't know. That's just an odd one for me.
That's entirely valid. But the shot selection worked out well because it left Brett on a lucky number. 777 means that he's going to go ahead and hit this big 7 mark. Single 15, and I'm taking the swing here every single time. Oh, but he missed the first start. He doesn't get the go sign to steal third. Yeah, baseball. I've been studying new terms, folks.
It's actually really embarrassing. That's the reason I went to Boston to watch my nephew pitch for Stanford and had to look up all the stats and just all the terms and things. Oh, goodness, Mike!
Oh, wait, that was
what is going on?
He hit the first start trip and then stayed there and then went down for a single. He just needed to go down there for 2 singles. He did so good
Board
in that
awareness,
earlier.
or
I don't
what
know.
do you think? Was that a board awareness issue?
No, I think he was just assuming he was going to hit a second trip. I think that's what it was. Because 2 trip 20s feels safe, but now all of a sudden Brent gets a shot once again. How many times can he be left a shot? He's going to have to take it eventually. No, it doesn't go.
Oh, wow. This is just so much closer than I was expecting for control for the bull.
Rick Hensey saying, missing the last start, I feel that the gin mounts curse. Oh,
no. No. It can't be, Rick. It can't be.
Oh, but this is a good shot from Mike Sigall, who does recover despite the situation. He gave Brett 3 different opportunities, and Brett almost took it on the last. What a moment there. Now, this is still scary for the next leg, but at least Mike Sigall, is he going to still try this leg? It's not over yet.
What a brilliant setup shot for Brett for himself. Just praying, hoping, wishing that Mike cannot shut this down. It's possible.
I'm going 2 trip 18 here. I'm not risking anything.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more
You're
awkward.
in his head. Yeah. Oh
it is a very big head.
This.
Sorry, Mike. I didn't say that. It's round 15-20. They're not worried about round out at this point. Brett Hollinday is just worried about hitting double bull to get a shot these 18s. Not going to happen. Can he hit 4, though, to at least add a dart to Mike's shot? He can.
Wow. What a brilliant leg.
This is so interesting on so many different fronts right now. The goal has to be so careful right now. This is the type of leg that you'd think about for years if you don't win it, if you're Mike.
Yes. Oh, I think that's the bare minimum there, that 5 mark. Not good, not bad.
Yeah, but it's at least double bull, single bull this time, which is way more doable. Way more doable for the adorable. No, not yet.
No, not charming enough.
He does fall out into a single 18, though. That does help a little bit. Because, again, Sigall's going to go. Okay, there, I like that play.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
Yeah,
Good
he's
job.
playing it.
Good
oh,
job.
My gosh, he's playing it insanely safe.
Now
if
Brett
he
needs
gets
6
this,
bulls.
well-deserved.
Yeah. No, exactly right. Because now Brett needs it at least 2 before hitting an 18. Because he can leave it 4-3. Yep, and that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, he does it.
Now, Sigall has to hit this three. This is a high pressure moment to
Whew.
continue to keep your match alive.
Oh, it's smooth like butter. Very, very excellent darts. He went for complete feel there. You could just tell he was not overthinking that moment. He walked up. First was as low as it could possibly be, and he threw the second dart the exact same way, followed up with a little bit more oomph. That is a way to not buckle under pressure. Hats off to Mike Sigall. That was a well earned and needed critical leg in
Now,
this final.
Seagal is going to need to channel that 5-5 plus energy. Last three legs, both players have ended under a 5. Now, granted, that's because they've been really high round, hotly contested legs. But 4 legs in a row of Brett being under a 5 as well. Brett's going to need to just throw that 5, and he's going to need to force a 6 out of Mike. That's kind of where these guys' heads are at right now. At least that's what I would assume. I want a last leg decider. I'm cheering for Seagal this leg.
Yes,
Folks, there's
of course,
full bias
of
here
course.
for one leg. Oh,
Look at him. Look at him. He's never off that 19 this second half, but the Gen Mount's curse apparently is in full effect. Is in full effect, folks.
the Jin Mount's curse. There's
Just missing
I don't know.
anything.
Just missing anything. The Sean Green curse, losing your hair. Yeah, I get it. The Will Stewart curse, having a second kid. Hi, Daisy.
Oh
Hope you're
my
listening.
god, Nick!
I'm
What
kidding.
is wrong with you? Oh my gosh.
The Nick Teixeira curse, losing his hair by bleaching it too much.
There was a question you missed of what color are you gonna go for from Whammo?
Faded blue. What about you guys?
Faded blue, I love it.
I don't try to dye my hair too often. And so NDA, I've always dyed my hair for that event. And Whammo, while I normally have my hair dyed, I'm going to keep this dye in, but I'm going to re-dye my hair for Chicago after.
Whee! We've got a white horse from Mike Sigall. I tried. It's just so hard.
It's okay. It's a discount white horse with an 8 mark anyway, so it still counts.
Yeah.
This is a big moment. Mike's did a great job. We said we wanted 6+ out of him, and Brett's not even throwing the 5 that we thought he was going to have to throw here. This is a moment here. Sigall is storming through the gates. Look at him go, giving a celebration with it.
Wow. Absolutely fantastic. This is exactly what we want to see in the last two, one or two potentially last legs.
Well, Seagal has got his first lead on 9 counts for the whole match right now at 12-11. He's gone ahead in that category. He's brought his average up from a 4.2 at a break to a 4.72. And yes, I will be at Whammo. Philly making a comeback. Holy smokes, best comm team here. At least you don't speak spoilers and tell things that haven't been talked about yet. Haha, like Jen.
You guys have that all wrong. That's fake news. I don't know who keeps spreading those rumors. I mean, really, guys, what are your sources? Like, show me your sources on this story.
Well, Brett Hollinday throws his worst statistical leg of the entire match as we get another 6+ leg from Seagal. We're going the distance. We're going for speed. It's the end of season 8. This is our time of need, Jen. We're going into a 3-dart count to decide who goes first.
Oh my goodness. Well deserved from Mike. I truly I want that pep talk written in stone. Whatever he did, it has worked for him. We've got a 100.
But this is the
From
going
Brett.
second advantage. 125 here. 420s and a bull. There's a single. Or triple. There's a single. Play the bull. Yes,
He does. Nick, you're in his head. You're a little bird in his ear.
Man, I am not little. But man, this is a big moment.
I was more excited for that cork than for the whole match. Like, that was amazing.
Well, this is incredible. This is folks right now. Who do you think's taking the title? Will Brett Hollinday get his second ever, be
Oh,
the first two-time title holder in CSC Division II history, or does Mike Sigall, despite facing very tremendous circumstances, come all the way back to end up winning and defending his seat position and getting his first CSC title?
believe me, Nick, I want my Prince Charming to go the distance and get his back-to-back title, but I'm going to stay true to what I guesstimated before. I don't think Mike's backing down. I think that he is not going to buckle under pressure. And look at him take advantage of this opportunity with a boom goes the dynamite. Amazing open to an amazing final leg. I cannot wait to see how Brett follows up here.
It's a solid five, but
A
all of a
solid five.
sudden, this entire match that Brett
Wow.
Holliday was in control of feels like it's in Mike's hand now. He's
Can
continuing.
we just talk? We got to talk about going from losing 2-9 in the first finale to performing this way. I mean, I haven't seen a switch like this in quite a long time.
Well,
I don't know what he did to mentally prepare, but I mean, it just
the change from after the break. 4.2 plays a 5.09. All of a sudden, right now, 4.81 plays a 4.97. This is a completely different matchup, Jen. This is a good spot. Now, Holliday here needs to bed these 17s. He is not out of this yet. It sounds like it's one-way traffic. It's not. He's been playing just fine. Sigall's just heated up, and Brett needs to do what he does best. He's finding these 17s with ease. He finds a 7 that really felt like it should have been a 9. The dart kicked out in the last.
oh, it's a tight leg though, Nick. Oh my gosh, they're gonna keep us guessing all the way to the end.
Again, leaving an opportunity for a 9. Now, that was still the right shot for Mike. But Brett not going to hit the 9. He's still going to make this interesting. Oh, but the last start goes
Oh,
high. He needed to find at least a single
yeah.
16 there, even in a mark or a trip to get the point lead. Sigall, it's his destiny right now. Oh my goodness.
Wow, he is not letting go. He's gonna make darned sure that this is going to be in his grasp, that Division II champion title and $2,500 they're fighting for.
And this is going down. I know we have the 6-1 Willie Walker comeback on Mike Maloney, but that was season one. That was a different Mike Maloney. This is by far probably one of my favorite comebacks to see, given the fact that it's a double dip, given the fact that it was 5-2 at the break, given the fact that this has been the tale of two different Seagulls. But of course, it's not over yet. The comeback has to get completed. Brett Holliday is the type of man to deny this opportunity. That last trip saves the turn because otherwise it would have left a 9.
Yes. Yeah, we're pumping the brakes a little bit, but that gives me time to breathe. I didn't want this to be over in a
I can't
flash.
speak. I can't speak.
I can't speak. I love that phonetically spelt out on t-shirts.
Yeah.
Can't spike. It's so great. It's so great. Spike.
Well, that might be the shot that locks it in for Sigall. If Brett Holliday hits a big miss and Mike Sigall hits a big trip 16,
Mm.
you can see every dart he's living and dying on right now. He is all adrenaline, all gas, no brakes.
Yeah, I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see him so amped, and that killer instinct. It makes me want to get out of my chair and throw darts. I mean, that's the kind of play that I want to see from every contender.
That never say die grit is just something incredible here. Mike Sigall, double bull for his CSC title. Doesn't happen
Oh,
quite yet, but he is just two bulls away from that title, Jen. He's an emotional man. I guarantee you. This might
yeah.
be a little bit of a tearjerker here for him, but he needs to hold it together for these last three darts, get two bulls in. Brett Holliday might be ending his season with a hat trick.
Ooh, we missed outside. There's one. Can he do it? Oh my
Oh
goodness, he misses
no,
low and left.
not like this.
Not
Not
like
like
this.
this. 66 points, three bulls and a trip 20. This would be the most
Winning darts.
incredible shot Look, he goes to Corey Beck. He goes to his
Okay.
fellow champion for a little bit of encouragement.
Yes.
He's taking in
Yes.
this moment as he should. Oh, bye. Oh, can you find the double? Oh, look at this moment. He's feeling it. Oh,
He does!
wait,
Triple 20!
no, not like this. Oh my gosh, the pressure's killing me.
Oh god, I can't. I
What is
can't.
happening? This is a trip 20. Brett Hollinday eating this moment. Mike Sigall's calling for it to go in. Whoa,
Oh
outside.
no,
He pulls it.
we are we had a bit of a wayward dart there. Now Mike's got to collect himself.
Oh my.
Two darts. Two darts. It'll be all over, Mike. Two darts and it'll be all
It's a
over.
big
That's all you
single
need to
20,
do.
big single bull, nothing fancy. I'm not even aiming at the triple this turn. My heart would be
Oh
racing, my hand would
no.
be
Oh
shaking.
no. I would start bull personally, but he's going to go point.
One bull.
He
And
gets it. Look at him. He's fired up. Mike is our season 8 Division 2 champion, taking home $2,500. Congratulations, Mike.
oh, and just a moment there. Everyone giving congrats to Brett in the background there. Well deserved. You can see everybody was giving him a little bit of a cheer. There's Orange Shirt Girl poured a beer all over Mike Sigall. He gets the win. He finishes with a 4.76 average to the Brett's 4.93. Brett Holliday missed one match dart at the end. Oh my goodness. Our champion, Mike Sigall, with $2,500 in his pocket, Jen Mounts.
Absolutely brilliant. I gotta say, either which way, it would have been incredible. Either champion, but Mike, he is crowned his first time win, correct, Nick? Very
Yeah,
first time.
continues the streak of no two-time title holders in Division Two.
Wow. I mean, I'd really love to see that. Honestly, it would have been great to see the dominance from Brett. He had such a tough ride of starting off with a first round loss. He had to fight 9 matches just to get here, and it would have been an incredible story. But our runner-up, congratulations, Brett Holliday, taking home still a hefty $1,500. Congrats again.
Yeah, that was an incredible match. That is probably one of my favorite comebacks I think I've ever seen in the history of the CSC. I truly loved every bit of that. And Brett having a match start at the end, the fact that that match went the way it did. I mean, Jen, we were left speechless there. Both, I'm just going to say this. One last thing here
Yeah.
before I send it to your way, Jen. I just want to say, last week, both of our finals were disappointing just as far as like back to like the quality of one-way traffic and both. This week, both finals were thrilling. Absolutely everything I want to see out of both CSC finals, and that's a big props to all 4 players involved with them.
It was absolutely amazing. I was clutching my pearls when Brett took that much time off the line. I didn't mean to wish him, any kind of negativity his way, but when you take that much time, it usually does not land in your favor. But in his defense, he might have felt such a big adrenaline rush that he could not throw that last start. So only he will know what happened in that exact moment. But with Mike, I think he took just the right appropriate amount of time to collect himself, approach the line, point bull. It was over. But yeah, that was a captivating final couple seconds there that we were watching.
That last little moment, and I mean with Brett, I mean he took the big time, then goes up and hits a bull, then takes a big break, then goes up and hits a double bull. And that last start just misses the margin by quite a lot. The pressure got to him in that moment, and you saw Philly was feeling it, right? I mean he was there, single 20 had to take a little step off before miss, and then
Yeah.
hits the bull. What an incredible that is by far probably one of my favorite last league deciders we've also seen in CSC history. That was awesome.
Yeah, I really did not expect that scoreline to tie up, but it did kind of right at the midpoint, I believe. Was it 6-6? That was the first tie
Yeah.
that we saw, and it really did. It inspired me to get myself excited for a potential last league decider. So that I think you're right. That was truly an immaculate showing from both parties. I mean, what a comeback story for Mike and Brett. He had winning darts. He had the chance. So at the least, you're walking home. You had an opportunity. You were not in any way steamrolled there at the end. But my gosh, that last 20, it's so hard. What do you think, Nick? If that's you, how do you hit that triple 20?
I think if that's me, I would say, how did I get here? I don't know what I'm doing. Please help. But if I was actually Brett in that scenario, I don't know. I mean, I've been one to feel pressure in finals. I've been one to have shaky hand syndrome. Like, I don't even know how you would collect yourself to throw any of those last few darts. So the fact that he hit the single double bowl is testament to his veteran experience, keeping his nerves under control as well as he did. With that last dart, yes, it was off the margins, but also he still hit two darts that needed to be good to get him that dart, and that is what a veteran looks like at the line. If it was me, I would have missed the board.
I think if you eliminate the element of actual nervousness or any kind of performance anxiety or shakiness in the hand, I think mentality is everything. I've found myself in that situation so many times. One dart left, a round left, and the thought process that always hinders me is I don't feel like I deserve to win for whatever reason. So it's kind of interesting to see what you have to mentally talk yourself through or what kind of inner dialogue you have to fight. But I wonder if he just thought to himself, like, this was Mike's leg. I don't even know why I'm in this position. Why am I here? How is this happening? Fighting those kinds of thoughts and thinking like, no, I should win this.
Well,
I've fought so hard to get here.
if you're still here, folks, let's go ahead and talk about some things coming up for the PBD. First off, spoiler alert, big announcement coming Monday. So make sure to tune in for that as Carly and Kayla and all them over at the PBD have been cooking up something special. And I think all of you fans of the CSC Challenger Series will get a little bonus fix for that during our off season. And don't be sad if you're missing out on Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays will start up again for the WCS Women's Challengers Series there, where the women's singles goes on the dartboard and we can see the ladies strut their stuff. That starts Monday, June 6th, right around the corner. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for some more darts here on Partners Running Darts because it's always such a fun time.
I'm very excited. You guys are going to eat up this announcement on Monday. It's going to be really fun. You'll get to engage with a special exhibition thing coming up soon. Not sure what we're allowed to tease or not, but
I don't know.
do.
Jen just spoiled it, guys. Another Jen Mount spoiler. That's it.
I did
We're
not.
done over
I
here.
did not.
It's been a good run, everybody. Jen Mounts ruins everything. Nick Teixeira, Jen Mounts, Haley on the controls. Thank you all for a great season 8. We'll see you for WCSA and season 9 of the CSC. Goodbye, everyone.